Movie review: Love in Every Word 2, The Wedding starring Uzor Arukwe, Olawumi Adenabuyan Bambam, Patience Uzor, Thelma Chukwayam, Chris Atao, Osarim Inigbenibur, and more. Synopsis: as love blossoms into the forever they once dreamed of, Chioma and Obiora stand at the edge of a beautiful new beginning. But when secrets from the past and familiar faces resurface, their love is tested in ways they never imagined. In a journey woven with passion, forgiveness, and destiny, they must discover whether love is strong enough to heal old wounds and write the ending their souls have always desired. My observations and thoughts. The queen of sequels strikes again. When Omoni Aboli first announced that Love in Every Word was getting a sequel, I honestly didn't think part 2 was necessary. I even made a post about it. But hey, she's called the queen of sequels for a reason. And look at us now. Love in Every Word 2 is one of the most talked about movies on YouTube, with part 1 boasting over 28 million views. That's no small feat. To the sponsors and product placements, let's give credit where it's due. The brand collaborations were everywhere. But surprisingly, they were done tastefully. The product placements blended in well and didn't interrupt the flow of the movie well, mostly. It felt like a show within a show, but in a good way. The runtime, 3 hours, 1 minute, 49 seconds. Now, let's talk about length. Over 3 hours. Personally, I think the movie overstretched itself. I had to watch certain scenes at 1.25 times speed, not because I wasn't interested, but because some moments just dragged. Of course, not everyone agrees. Many fans didn't want it to end and are already calling for part 3. Odogwu the supportive king. One thing that really stood out for me was how Odogwu supported Chioma's business journey. We rarely see husbands cheering their wives' hustles on a screen, so watching him stand by her and help her thrive was refreshing and admirable. Chioma's perfume launch scene, okay, I tried to avoid this, but let's be honest. From the perfume launch scene, I was already fighting to stay patient. The exaggerated pronunciation, the forced pauses, I had to increase my playback to 1.5 times speed just to survive it. Call me Akbar, I know send, but those scenes and the dragging of words wore me out. Uzor Arukwe masterclass performance. I made a post about Uzor Arukwe's versatility, and I'll say it again, nobody could have carried that role like he did. It wasn't just about having the Igbo accent, it was about carrying Bambam. Whoever handled casting knew exactly what they were doing. Without him, this sequel and even the Mean movie might have fallen flat. I-Fi a real MVP. Let's give Osarim Inigbenibur I-Fi her flowers, actually, give her the whole garden. She embodied her character with grace, loyalty, and just the right amount of drama. I loved her presence in every scene. Solid performances overall, the cast did a great job. There was laughter, chaos, and emotion, a beautiful mix that kept the story alive, even through its slower parts. Some questions I couldn't ignore. Chris Ato's character, why exactly? Bringing Chris Ato into this sequel didn't really add much impact for me. Odogwu is wealthy, Chioma isn't materialistic, so what exactly was his purpose? Odogwu's accent dilemma. At one point, Odogwu spoke fluently without any accent. In another scene, the accent came back thick. So, who exactly is Odogwu? A little consistency or attitude tweak would have cleared the confusion. Was Achalugo teaching him how to speak, or was he consciously doing so for his love? The wedding scene let down, all the wedding scene. For all the wealth Odogwu showed us, the wedding felt underwhelming. Where were his friends, business associates, or even Chioma's people? Why was Odogwu the only one spraying money at his own wedding? The grandeur just wasn't there. I expected more. For the sponsors again, I actually liked how the sponsors were woven in naturally. No forced ad breaks or awkward plugs, just smooth product placements. Kudos for that. Chioma and Lolo's sudden friendship. How did Chioma suddenly open up her entire life story to Lolo, a total stranger she just met at a resort? No build-up, no tension, nothing. That scene felt unbelievable. Chioma's traditional look versus Odogwu's outfit, Odogwu's red attire, and Chioma's pink didn't quite blend.